welcome everyone to this very special Sunday edition of WWE Supercard with me, Kenneth Knight, episode 162. And this is the Ring Domination finale video. This might be a fairly long video because I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 10 pieces remaining of this card, and the Undertaker Ring Domination event card single, at least, will be mine, and he will be replacing most likely my Randy Orton PCC single, because thank you Ruben for letting me know the stats of the Undertaker's RD card, and now I've made a decision that I will definitely be getting rid of that PCC single Randy Orton for my WrestleMania Fusion. As soon as I'm get this Undertaker card, I'm gonna start that Survivor or that WrestleMania Fusion for y'all right here on this video. I'm actually recording this video a little bit earlier today, which will be out early tomorrow morning, about midnight Central Standard Time. It'll be ready to be viewed. It'll be live. So, this is gonna be a interesting, maybe fairly long video, but I will be getting my very first Ring Domination event card, which I'm quite excited about. And when it comes to that Randy Orton, yes, I know Randy Orton would be a leg pro if I decided to keep him, but I have no room in any of my decks anymore to fit any leg pros, because since I got the King Booker card and I got the I'm getting the Undertaker card, there's really going to be no use for a legendary pro right now. So I will not be proing that card. I'll be throwing him in the Fusion Chamber. And when I get the login reward of him, I'll be either throwing him in the Fusion Chamber or training another card with him. I have not decided that yet, but we'll definitely start a new WrestleMania Fusion on this video. So let's go see if we can't find a match here to continue on playing Ring Domination and finish this card up. Which, after I got the last card, you saw I bought some more credits. I told you I was going to buy more credits. I did buy more credits, but I did not spend them. I'm only buying 12 12 double pick pieces at double pick pieces at a time. So the ×2 pick pieces, I've only bought 12 at a time, so I don't waste too many credits on it. So I might waste a couple here and there, but it's not going to be no big deal because I only bought 12 at a time. So I'm on my second set of 12 since I put that another $5 on my game today. So I'm on my second set of 12, so I spent 200 more credits on this event. So I think my total of this event will be about $10. Not bad. Not bad at all. About $10 or $12, somewhere around there. So let's go ahead and get into it here. And my it's not on here right now, but the King Booker card that we got on RD yesterday actually does fit my RD deck. So I don't know which WrestleMania card he replaced, but he replaced one of them because he's now in my RD deck. So go ahead and get some gameplay going on here. I don't want to use him. I have to do. I want to keep Miz down for his up arrow. And the good thing is that King Booker is an up arrow, so he will help me out a little bit on taking out some weaker cards that need an up arrow to take them with. So when I get those weaker cards above me. But we lost that match, so let's go ahead and go on to the next one here. I'll use the Rock and take that Triple H card. And unfortunately, I won. It wasn't no matter what, I'll beat him anyway because I have him beaten all categories of my Blassie Survivor and my Blassie WrestleMania support card. So, manager's card, whatever you want to call them. And they're taking out their Triple H card, taking it back, and they failed miserably. So, they're not getting their Triple H card back. It's still mine. And I'm going ahead and I'm going to put the lock up here so they can't take back that John Cena, or so they can't take back that Rob Van Dam from the right side, from the left side of it at least. And I don't know. Damian Mizdow gets beaten too many categories, so I'm not chancing it. So I'm just going to take him back with. I don't have anything. I'm just going to take him. Actually, maybe I will. I'm going to use. I don't want to see it, so I'm going to use the Rock to take him out because he does beat the Miz down a couple categories, and I don't want that chance of losing. So, kind of confusing myself there. Sorry about that. And let's see here. Put the Bray Wyatt card to finish this round. And I did buy a few bouts so I could get this card done faster and do it on video. So that way I can relax for the rest of the weekend, getting my house packed. I won't have to play any RD tomorrow. Or today. Actually, today's Sunday, so I won't have to play RD the rest of the day. So I am getting this on Saturday afternoon. That's when I'm recording this video. About 12:45 Saturday afternoon, Central Standard Time. And another rare board clear, which I've been getting a lot of rare board clears. But got plenty of rares to train that Undertaker card with when we get to that point. I'm not going to use all my card. When I get my a limit on my cards, I'm only going to use a few on other cards and keep the rest for the Undertaker RD card when I get him here in a little bit. We only have 9 pieces left, and he will be ours. So, and we have 8 double picks left. So, I might run out of double picks, but I will not need to buy any more because I will be able to finish off without buying any more. I might end up having to wait on bouts, so there might be a couple pauses in this video because I really don't want to buy any more bouts. I already bought 5 bouts, which I didn't really care about doing, but I decided to go ahead and do that so I can get this video out and recorded and out to you guys on Sunday. That way I can focus on all day on Sunday. I'm back in my house, so. And I did decide to start a something I was completely against doing, but I said forget it. Might as well give it a try. I decided to start a King of the Ring, a Survivor King of the Ring. So, and so far I'm actually in first place, tied first with some other guy, but I am indeed in first place right now. So, after I get this RD card, or when I'm waiting on bouts, I'm gonna have to play some exhibition gameplay so I can get some energies. Unfortunately, as you all know, you can't get energies off the RD board, so I'll have to go to exhibition and get my energies there. So when I have to pause this video waiting on bouts, I will go to my exhibition and play exhibition off camera and go ahead and see if I can get some energies. I have used all 10 energies I had already because I had to refill my energies twice already because some of the opponents I have are fairly tough. I should be able to beat all of them as long as I keep my energy up. So I'm going to have to definitely work exhibition of quite a bit and in order to keep them energies up. And we're going to get beat by that Rock card more than likely. And we do. So my Rock card's down here, so I'm going to go ahead and take him back with my Rock card. Sounds good to me. If I can get him to go up there. And if it beats me, he's going to beat me by 1 point in charisma. And 1 point in power. So if we get a power charisma match, I'm screwed because he's got 1 point better on power and 1 point better on charisma. So it sounds like he might have 2 WrestleMania Blasty support cards, possibly. But luckily, we didn't get power and charisma match, so I won that one. Yeah, it looks like he had 2 WrestleMania Blasty fusions, so cool. But I still beat him because I got lucky enough to get the right categories, which that's happened to quite a bit. I've gotten lucky quite a few times on the categories, so. And I don't think my any card other than Rock can take out the Shawn Michaels, and I can't use my Rock because he's the left arrow, so I'm going to go ahead and use the John Cena WrestleMania Pro to take out that card. Which that WrestleMania Pro has made a tremendous difference in this RD, as you've noticed during my gameplay on here. So it's actually helped me out tremendously. I'm getting that thing leveled all the way up. He may be a little powerful for my deck right now, but at least I'm winning with him. That's all that matters. I got tired of losing against darn Survivor Fusion Pro, so that's why when, like I told you in a recent video, that's why I went ahead and maxed him out. But we're going to lose those 2 spots, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go ahead and win this one by putting my last card up there, which will give me the 5-4 victory, I believe, maybe 6-3. Actually 6-3 victory. So we win that one, so we get 8 more picks. We'll get another shard reveal most likely. We'll uncover another piece of the card here. And this is where it starts going fast, where you start getting them fast. And there's a rare R-Truth. I just not doing very good on getting anything other than rare R-Truth, other than those 2 legendary cards and that 1 epic card I got yesterday. After I quit making, after yesterday's video, I got an epic card to start that WrestleMania Fusion off the RD board. So I'm glad I finally got that. And here's another piece on, and I got a pick doubler on that pick. We only have 7 choices left, and this card will be ours. So we're almost there, folks. My very first Ring Domination event card, real soon here. And I'm going to go ahead and find a better opponent than that because it looks a little tough. But we only got 7 pieces of this card remaining, and he's ours. So only a couple more bouts, which that's all I got left. So a couple more bouts. If I win them both, I will be getting this RD Undertaker, which will be my very first Undertaker RD. And I'm thinking about go ahead and using my Legendary Pros to train him up because I really have no use for him anymore. So I'm going to use my Legendary Pros. Other than my Divas, I do need to keep my Legendary Pro Divas until I get some better Divas. I still need 2 good Divas to go in my RTG deck, which will probably be next week's event. I believe our RTG will be next week. So, and I guess this event was extended because of the problem they had that the picks the other day. So it looks like they may have extended this event because there's 2 days and 1 hour and 15 minutes left. So actually, this event don't look like it's going to end until Monday. So I'm glad for those who need to use it. Best of luck on getting this card like I'm going to get without using credits. I'm sure it's possible to get without credits now since they give you 4 picks for a loss and 2 picks for a win now. So I probably could have got this without credits most likely, but it would have taken me all the way until the end of the event, and I just didn't want to take that chance on running out of time. So I just decided to go with the flow and do what I'm doing and get those credits and guarantee me all these cards on this RD, the Survivor, the WrestleMania, and the RD single Undertaker card. So, and who do y'all think RTG's going to be next week? I really having a hard time deciding who I want to pick for who I want to guess is going to be RTG next week. It's a pretty tough one, but I'm trying to think of those that have not been given an RTG card yet, but I'm really having a hard time thinking some names up, so I'll continue to think about that during this video as we get this RD card. Then I'll start maybe make a guess at the end of the video what I think RD is going to be. So, and we might win, we might lose. I forgot to use my Survivor Blassie, but we shall see. We pulled off the win, luckily. I didn't have to have that Blassie to pull off the win, so I got lucky on that one, to be honest. And we got a Rey Mysterio Legendary Pro to go up against, no problemo. I'll use my weakest card against him in the deck currently, which is my John Cena PCC single. I'm going to hate to say goodbye to that Randy Orton PCC single here in a little bit, but I really don't have a choice because that Undertaker card, the RD Undertaker single, is actually better than a PCC single on Randy Orton. So this Undertaker card will be taking his place, and my Randy Orton will be finding his place in the Fusion Chamber. And that will give me another WrestleMania Fusion. Maybe it'll be a Pro, maybe it won't. But either way, as long as it's not a Blassie, I'll be happy with it, because if I get a non-Pro, I can still use him in RTG, him or her, whatever I get. I can still use an RTG. So I don't have a problem with that. So I will have it before RTG, so I have no problem with that whatsoever. And we're going to win this match, of course, and this is going to be a 7-2 victory, I believe, if I counted it right. Let's see what it says. Yep, 6-3 actually. I miscounted by 1, but it's alright. We still win. That's all that matters. And And we will come real close to getting this card this time around. Depends how fast I pick those card pieces, so we shall see. And that's not it. But we'll definitely get the next card piece here in a second, though. And there it is. And another special pick doubler. Works for me. I'll take that. And we have 4 picks remaining, so you know what? We're going to get this card real soon. On the next win, we will get this card. So I am so excited to finally get my very first RD card. And you know what? I've been thinking about this. This is what's most awesome about it. When I started playing events, my first event I really got any good cards on, we used card limit, was PCC before WrestleMania tier came out. And the very first PCC that I ever won a PCC single on was the Undertaker PCC, which I think is freaking awesome. Unfortunately, my very first PCC card was just a single. I could not get the double because, you know, back then only the top 5 got the Pro, which they've changed now, which the top 200 get it now. But back then, as you all know who's been playing this as long as I have been, before WrestleMania tier, the Survivor PCCs only could get the Pro if you got in the top 5. Which, you know, I wasn't no way in the heck going to get that because my cards weren't all that great. And my cards are a lot better now. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I've improved since that Survivor PCC Undertaker. And I got to train some cards up. I'm only going to train a few cards onto a different card, just a few, because I'm going to keep as many cards as I can for that Undertaker to level him up. And as I said, my Undertaker Survivor PCC single was my very first event card I ever won. So I have never won an RTG card ever. Never won an RTG card ever. And I have never won a PCC card ever until I won that Survivor Undertaker PCC. But I have not won a WrestleMania PCC, so it's alright. And now I'm going to win my very first RD event card. And my first RD event card, of course, my very first win on RD event card is actually the Undertaker, which was my very first event card I ever won back in the Survivor PCC days, which is pretty awesome. And if you look, this is interesting, I just noticed, look up here on the top here where my mouse is, I have a 131 cards of 130. I wonder how that happened. I've never seen that before. Weird. Weird. Oh well, it's all good. But yeah, I'm excited to get my very first RD card, and it's even better since it happens to be the Undertaker, considering, like I said a minute ago, the Undertaker was the very first PCC card, which was the very first event card I ever won when I won that Survivor single PCC Undertaker. And unfortunately, recently, I didn't do this on video because I just didn't want to. I mean, I hated to get rid of that PCC Survivor PCC single Undertaker because it was my first event card I ever won. But I got to the point where I said, well, he's just not going to fit my deck anymore, so I used him to train up one of my WrestleMania fusions. So, unfortunately, my Undertaker PCC card no longer exists in my card deck, but it does exist in my catalog, so I guess that's what matters. I hated the fact that I had to get to him. It sucked. But I really didn't have much of a choice. But I will be keeping this RD single Undertaker for a while until I'm able to get enough pros to fill my RTG deck. So I'll have him for a while, it looks. But unfortunately, like I said, he can never be pro'd. That's just how it is. But what I'm understanding, he's one of the best event cards now, which I think is cool. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some more of these freaking uncommons. I know I'm not combining them, but I just don't want to waste too much time training and combining on this video, so I'm going to go ahead and just train some up real quick. I'm not going to train them all up, only going to free up some space to finish getting that Undertaker RD card. That way I'll have a full I'll be full on cards in order to level up that Undertaker card, because I want to get that Undertaker RD card leveled up as soon as possible. And this may be a waste on using these cards on the Dean Ambrose, But the reason being I'm doing that is just to get rid of him, because I really have nothing else to train him on that'll work for me. So, and he's going to be going into the fusion chamber, so it may be a little bit of a waste, but that's just how it's going to be, because just how it is. So, and as you can see right now, I am winning. My record is 7-1. This is the only match I've lost so far against Hammett and Darbaz. But that's all good. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find our next RD game here. We've had to spend a little bit of time to train up a card, so we end up getting an additional bout while waiting for me to train up my cards. So get rid of those cards. We're already 20 minutes into this video, so this is definitely going to be a fairly long Sunday video. Hope you all can watch it clear through. But like I said, I'm definitely getting this RD single, and I'm definitely going to be starting a WrestleMania Fusion. I hate having to get rid of my PCC, one of my WrestleMania PCC singles, but that's just how it's going to have to be. That's the only option I have, because I don't want to waste anything I can pro. And unfortunately, the PCC singles can never be pro, as I said in yesterday's video. That's why I'm going to start using them for fusions and training when I get cards who are stronger than them to replace them. Like this Undertaker card will replace one of them, so that will free me that card up to put in the fusion chamber for my next WrestleMania Fusion. In order to get a pro, I would need a WrestleMania Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania Fusion Shawn Michaels, or a WrestleMania Fusion Rock. But at this point, I will take anything but a Blassie. I do not want a Blassie, because as you all know, I already have a Blassie. I really don't want a second WrestleMania Fusion Blassie. So I'm hoping that I will get something other than a Blassie. It don't matter what it is, as long as it's not a Blassie. Because if it's a pro, great. That's even better. But if it's not a pro, it's okay, because it will still fit in my RTG deck next week. So I am not too concerned about that. So go ahead and take this Bray Wyatt card with my Mizdow card, which has been a great card for me as well, my PCC Mizdow. But my very first WrestleMania PCC card was as you all know, was the PCC John Cena, which I just used here. That was I think that was my very first PCC WrestleMania PCC single, if I remember right. I do believe. I'm not positive on that, so whoever's watching my videos for a while might know, but I just can't remember. I've had so much going on since then that I just can't think of. I'm thinking it was the PCC WrestleMania single John Cena, if I remember right, but it's all good. But I do know my very first WrestleMania card was a John Cena that I won on RTG. My regular Cena card, which is my Pro Cena WrestleMania card, I won on RTG event, which was the Bret Hart RTG event, which was awesome. And of course I won the Pro John Cena on an RTG event. So I won both my WrestleMania Cenas on RTG on an RTG event. Never pulled any Cenas off the board or anything. So let's go ahead and get our next shard, and there's our next piece of the card, the Mark Henry. And we're definitely getting this card this time around. We have lost a few double picks because we're going to get this card before I use them all up, but not a whole lot. So I'm glad I was only buying them 12 at a time, because I am going to finish this card up like right now. We are going to get this Undertaker RD card right now, and another rare Jack Swagger. Yeah, he's definitely going to be ours. And there's another piece, a rare Cesaro, another rare. Come on, give me something better than a rare, please. And let's see if this one's going to be another rare Cesaro. And the last piece to get this card is going to be a, let's see, what could it be? A rare? No, an ultra rare Rey Mysterio, which I really don't need. So I'll use him to train up this RD Undertaker card. And now the RD Undertaker card is ours. Here it is, buddy. Everybody, he is ours. We now have the WrestleMania Undertaker RD single. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and train him up as far as I can get him up on this video. And then I'm going to, RD's now over for me. Then I'm going to, after I do that, I'm going to, start that WrestleMania Fusion. Then I'm going to end this video. This video is probably going to be a little over 30 minutes long, so for all who watched it to the end, I appreciate it. And as you can see, we can't play any more Ring Domination matches because they are all done. We now have our Survivor Chris Jericho, our WrestleMania King Booker, our WrestleMania RD single Undertaker. Awesome. And we wasted 7 double picks, but that's okay. That's better than wasting 100 or something. You know what I mean? But I did have 1 bout left, which I will not use. I will not have to use now. So let's go ahead and, without further ado, get this Undertaker RD single trained up. So go ahead and go to WrestleMania Rarity here, and I'm going to train him up. I'm not going to use my Legendary Pro Divas, but I will use my other Legendary Pro, but not my Legendary Pro Diva, because I need to keep my Legendary Pro Diva for RTG, because as you know, Divas can be a real pain in the butt to get sometimes. So I'll go ahead and lock that card up and get him leveled up as far as I can get him leveled up. So let's go ahead and use some uncommons on him here, see how far that'll get him. Maybe level 5 or 6 possibly. And I use all my rares on him. Before I use any legendaries, I use all my rares on him, my super rares and uncommons and commons. So, and maybe even my ultra rares, because I'm not going to start any more fusions for a while until I'm able to get more fusion. And that got us to level 9 of 50 on this card. So go ahead and continue the training session here. Go with the common cards, which this Undertaker RD single is a nice addition to my deck. And at first, when I first started playing, I just didn't think I would be able to get him because of my time constraints with my packing and stuff. But I found that method, which I told you about a couple days ago on my video, which was Fake Friday's video, where I said that Thursday or Friday, where I decided I found a way where I could pack house and play Ring Domination. Which what I did was I played 5 bouts, I packed house. I played 5 bouts, I packed house. I played 5 bouts, I packed house. Worked nicely. It actually gave me the time to play RD and pack house. So I got a lot of work done around the house, which is awesome. And I'm going to go ahead and use up all of these rare cards. Really don't need them. I'm going to combine these rare just for catalog purposes. But right now I'll use the ones that are not combinable. And I'll use the ones combinable after I combine them. So I'm going to combine them just for catalog purposes. Those are a few of them. Those are a few rares I need for catalog purposes. So for the pro. Oops, I didn't mean to hit train. My bad. Go back. Go to combine. This is for catalog purposes only. But this video is probably going to be around 35 minutes long, most likely. Real close to 35 minutes, so thanks for bearing with me for this whole video. And so awesome to get my first Ring Domination single, which was the Undertaker RD single, which makes it, I've gotten Undertaker twice now as my very first event cards. Because like I said, my very first PCC event card I won was the Undertaker. Now my very first RD single is an Undertaker. Pretty cool. I'm excited about getting that card. As you can tell, I'm very, very happy and excited about it. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to WrestleMania Rarity here and go ahead and train him up some more. Hope I don't bore you too bad with my training session here, but got to get him trained up. I want to get him in my deck as soon as possible. And after I get him trained up, I will show you if he fits by it. If I get him all the way maxed out, I will show you my updated RD deck, which I think will work pretty darn awesome in my opinion. Now we got to level 25, so we're halfway there. We're almost there. We're halfway. So we got it halfway of just uncommons, commons, and rares. So it's time to get rid of all my super rares. I am not keeping any super rares either. I do not need any super rares for a Survivor Fusion or a WrestleMania Fusion, so they're going to all be gone. And that only get me to level 27 of 50. Made me a whole lot, unfortunately. Only 7 levels with all of those. And ultra rares, I don't need for a also don't need those. I'm using up all my fusion food to train up this Undertaker card, but that gives him level 45 of 50. So I wonder if I have anything other. I might not have a choice, but still use a Legendary Pro for it. Might be a little bit of a waste. That's all I got left to trade with. And I'm not going to use that Randy Orton because he's going to be my, actually, nah, I will. I don't think he'll get me 5 levels, so I'm going to have to not take a chance on that. I'll use him in the WrestleMania Fusion here in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and use that Ultimate Warrior Pro, Legendary Pro. So I'm going to go ahead and Legendaries here. So I really don't think a Legendary single without had any with 0 level. I don't think this card is going to get me 5 levels on that Undertaker card. So I'll just end up throwing him into Fusion Chamber and using my Ultimate Warrior Pro to level that Undertaker card up the rest of the way, which will definitely max him out, which may be a little bit of a waste, but that's all I got left. I was hoping my cards before I got to that Legendary card would max him out, but unfortunately that was not the case. And I want to get him in my deck immediately, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that now and train him up with that Legendary Pro if I'm able. Let's go to WrestleMania Rarity. So I can't use my epics because, as I told you, my epics going to be needed for the Fusion Chamber. So and train him the rest of the way up. This will max him out most likely. Maybe a little more than I needed, but it's all right. At least I got it maxed out. RD single Undertaker, and it does max him out. And as you can see, his overall stats are 2789 power. Toughness is 2839, speed is 2775, and his charisma is 2829. And sorry about that, my allergies are starting to flare up, as you can tell in my voice. So after this video, I'm going to have to take some allergy medicine. My allergy, and he is now my very best event card. So I'm going to get rid of my weakest event card, which is my PCC single Randy Orton. He's an RD deck, so I'm going to have to remove him, which will be automatically replaced with that Undertaker as soon as I hit that autofill button. So thank you all for bearing with me through this video. I'm going to do one more thing on this video, and that is start a WrestleMania Fusion. Then I'm going to end this video. So I hope that Randy Orton is not my King of the Ring. I think I intentionally took him out of my King of the Ring so I could use him in the Fusion Chamber, if I remember right. So let's go ahead and autofill him. And as you see now, my top card is now my I should say RD single Undertaker is now in my deck. And my Booker T was removed. Interesting. He replaced my Booker T card too. So, but he is now my best event card. He's a little bit weaker than a WrestleMania Fusion single, but other than that, he's a good card. We wasted 8 title bouts, actually, as you can see. We wasted 8 title bouts, but that's okay. I thought I would use them all, but I did not. But it's all good. It's only 8. I only wasted less than $1 on it, so it's all good. And it's time to check my exhibition deck here. Do some replacements here. Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Randy Orton out of my RD deck. I just figured out. Because I don't want to use that Booker T for my Fusion. Because he can be pro'd. And this PCC single cannot be pro'd. So that's why I'm doing that. So let's go ahead and... That's why the Booker T was in there. Because I replaced him with Randy Orton. Which I need to take back out. Because I want to keep my regular Randy Orton WrestleMania card in there. So I will have to put Booker T back in there. Which reason being is because this WrestleMania King Booker can be pro'd. This Randy Orton WrestleMania can be pro'd. And of course, you know, these WrestleMania Fusions can be pro'd. So that's why I'm getting rid of Randy Orton, because he's my weakest event card I have to date. So that's why he's going in the Fusion Chamber. So let's go ahead and go to my exhibition deck. I think he might be in my exhibition deck, or is he not? No, he's not in there, but let's see who I can replace in my exhibition deck, which he may be... he's not going to make my exhibition deck, the Undertaker RD guard. As you can see, he will not make my exhibition deck. Let's see what he looks like for the heck of it here. But he's not going to make my exhibition deck at all. But it's all good. He will make my RD decks, and of course, you know, he'll make my other decks as well. So filter by none. Excuse me. Those allergies are killing me. And as you can see, he is not better than my WrestleMania Fusion, so he will not make my exhibition deck, but that's okay. And I believe I took him out of my King of the Ring, I hope, so we'll find out when I start this WrestleMania Fusion. If I remember, I removed him from my King of the Ring, so for the purpose of using him in the Fusion Chamber. So nothing messing around. We're at 36 minutes into this video, so I need to start this WrestleMania Fusion immediately. This video is going to be way too long here pretty soon, so go ahead and get rid of that Randy Orton. Darn it, why did you do that for? Why you do this to me? Remove. I want WrestleMania, thank you. Which, whoops, my WrestleMania survivors are locked, so I'm going to have to unlock that Chris Jericho and get rid of him. He's my weakest one, so I will have to go do that real quick. I'm going to pause the video while I do to make sure all these suckers are unlocked so I don't have to waste too much of your time. I do believe I'm now ready to start this fusion, so let's go ahead and get these epics put in here. Here's my epics. Let's go ahead and put the survivor card in there, which is my weakest one, which will be Jericho. Put him in there. My legendary Randy Orton, which I don't need the pro of. Of course, my Survivor Fusion Dean Ambrose. And of course, my WrestleMania card, PCC single Randy Orton. Which it hurts me to get rid of this Randy Orton card, but I don't have enough choice. I don't have much of a choice at all. Because he's got to go. Because he's my weakest PCC single now. But here it is, 5 days. We will know what my next WrestleMania Fusion is. I need a Shawn Michaels or a WrestleMania Fusion Rock or anything else. I do not need a Blassie. Definitely no Blassie. But I'll take anything but a Blassie. But a Rock would be a pro, and a Shawn Michaels would be a pro if I got that lucky. So let's go ahead and we'll see what this WrestleMania Fusion is going to be in 5 days. And so this is Sunday's video. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably around next Friday or Saturday, we will find out what this WrestleMania Fusion results will be. So stay tuned for that. And I want to thank you all for watching. I know this is a long video, over 38 minutes long, but if you bared with the whole video, I appreciate you all watching it clear through. And thank you, as always, for watching. And I hope you all do great on your RD. As you know, mine is now finished, so have a great, wonderful weekend. Hope your Sunday was great, and your Saturday was great, and I hope you done great on RD. Thanks for watching, and I am out of here. Peace.